Hi, Arthur Reardon. Hi, nice to meet you. I just wanted to figure out what's going on with the Zachary thing, and here's another letter from the Harbor Regional Center.
Okay.
And I wanted to find out how is he listed now? Is he listed still as voluntary miss, or?
He's listed as voluntary.
Okay, what is the justification for that?
For being listed as voluntary?
Yeah, what makes the?
Well, basically, based on that, he's been living on his own since July.
It's been August, but okay.
Well, I talked to your son, and he told me July.
Yeah. To my son?
Alec?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
moved in August.
I talked to him, but he's been living on his own for several months.
Okay, now he's been having a social worker visit him twice a week to monitor that, so what's the justification that he doesn't need that service anymore for the past few
What
months?
service? Having a social worker?
Going twice a week to see
Okay.
that he's, living.
Well, if he's
that
that
means-
if he's that impaired, how can he live by himself?
Because they have a program to try to get him to be independently living.
He's still living by himself, though.
He had a roommate and a social worker that went twice a week.
Okay.
So what's the justification there? And I want to know why he does not qualify for critical, or because he's living on his own, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's living on his own.
Okay, and so he hasn't touched his money in 40 days tomorrow. What's the justification? Is that normal? Like he left voluntarily, he doesn't spend any money on his food?
I can't tell you that. Why? I don't know why he has.
Well, I think that this has been mishandled.
Okay.
Let me see. And what makes you think that he left on his own? Because Charles, the neighbor, said so?
Because we have reports that he left carrying 2 bags of clothing.
And then I have disputed reports that wasn't true. So now who do we
I
believe?
don't have any of that information.
Okay, I'll get you
And
that
who do you have
information. I'll get the information. Alvaro Hernandez.
I've never even heard that name.
Because you know what? Because nobody pays attention to the information I send them by email and ask them to follow up on it.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Okay, well, I will send this to you as well. Let me
And where's
see.
Alvaro Hernandez?
He lives on Euclid.
He lives at that address?
He lives at the 2284 Euclid is where his tenant lives, and he's right across the street.
And what did he have to say?
He had to say that he saw Zachary talking. Zach stopped and talked to him and his dog at 8:30 in the morning, and he had no bags with him.
At 8:30. Now, was that right before Zach was banging on the windows?
Zach was apparently banging on the windows at 5 in the morning, but I also talked to the neighbors that live next door to Zach and them, and they heard no disturbance at any time in the morning.
Knocking on the windows.
That doesn't mean that he was if they didn't hear it.
We had officers come out and said Zach had been drinking and was banging on the windows.
So why would nobody hear that? And why didn't they cite Zachary for intoxication or anything? Or they didn't even write a report. That makes no sense to me, but that's okay. I'll deal with that.
Okay.
Okay. And so what are you saying about his bank account not touched? That's just normal for people to go missing for 39 days?
Well, there is no normal. There's no
So,
bank account.
so why would he, if it was a regular person missing and they didn't touch their money or anything, you guys would think like, oh yeah, that's fine. I don't think so. That looks
We can't
suspicious.
speculate.
But you can't think that he's okay either. He's not, did you look at his psychological report?
The one you sent?
Yeah.
I'd go glaze through it.
Glaze through it. What did you see on it? Because I don't even think you've looked at it.
I've looked at it.
Okay, well, tell me what did you see on it?
I'm not going to go over that with you.
Why? Because you did not read it.
No, I've glazed through it.
Glaze through it. What does glaze through mean?
A stack like
You know
this.
what? And I find that this should be at the top of the list. Glaze through it, but he doesn't have to go through it. Okay, glaze through it, doesn't have to tell me. Okay.
Then why would you think Zachary ran away?
I don't think he ran away. I think there was foul play. My son has never gone missing before. He's not capable.
Okay, tell me why you think there's foul play.
Because he's never done this before.
Tell me why you think.
Why do I think there's foul play? Because the neighbor and him had an argument the day before. The neighbor's been lying.
sounds like
And the
Zach was the
neighbors.
cause of that.
No, really? Because Charles
because Zach
stole
was
his
banging on his
wallet?
window.
No, the night before. If you
Just
look
like
at the
Zach-
case,
just
if you
like
look at the
Zach
case,
was Steve
yeah,
Zach,
yeah. You know what? Who owed Zachary money?
He also, Zach also snatched a bunch of
Who
money
owed Zachary
and
money?
ran and got on the bus.
Who owed Zachary money? And then the cops cleared that, didn't they? Because he owed Zachary the money. Go read the whole file. Don't come and tell me bits and pieces. I don't think you have. I think this is, you know what? I don't have to think anything because I will go above you. Let's go. Thank you for your time of not doing nothing. Come on. No, I don't know. Come on.